All right, we're back. So for the next couple videos, we're talking about strings, one of the data types. Remember, we are going to revisit Booleans and lists and dictionaries. They get their own sections. Strings, there's not quite enough to make it its own standalone section, but there is enough that we need to do a couple videos. So here we go. In this first one, we're just going to talk about the different ways of declaring strings. So we saw how to declare strings with double quotes, but we can actually use single quotes or double quotes. And it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but you need to be consistent. So here's an example. My other string equals a hat with single quotes. And then my string equals a cat with double quotes. So whichever one you use at the beginning, you have to use the end. You couldn't use a single and then a double. So either one's fine. It really is up to you and what you prefer. But it's important that you stick to the same convention in your own file. And when I say it's important, it's really just a stylistic thing. It won't make a difference. You can have a string in double quotes and then another one in single quotes. It's not going to break your code. They'll be equivalent to one another if you try and compare them as well. So it doesn't really matter, but you should be consistent. But along with that, I'm going to hop over to my terminal. I have Python 3 open. And as you can see, we can do things like name equals Colt or name2 equals Colt. And we look at name, we look at name2, and notice that when they're returned back to us, they actually don't look any different. So the quotes, it's sort of just like a way of getting it into Python, but then once we actually print them back or just return them, as we did earlier, print name, they look exactly the same. So next, I want to show that you can actually use quotes inside of other quotes. So let's say I had something like this, message equals, and then I'll do double quotes. He said, and then I want to have a quotation inside of this. If I tried to do this, he said, hello there. What do you think will happen if I hit enter right now? Well, we have a problem. So what I'm trying to do is have a quote inside of a quote, like I'm quoting he, whoever that is. But when Python reads this, it just goes from left to right and it says, okay, there's a string called he said, and there's a space, and then it stops because it finds the matching double quote. So it ends. And then it just finds hello there, which is not inside of quotes, and it throws an error because it doesn't know what this is referring to. So another option would be to use single quotes inside, or vice versa, use single quotes on the outside, but we can use single quotes inside of double quotes or double quotes inside of single quotes. And now if I look at message, you can see it says, he said, hello there. And just really quickly, I could also do the same thing. Message, let's do message2 equals, use single quotes, I am funny inside of quotes. Maybe this is what my friends tell me. They always do those air quotes when they tell me I'm funny. And if we look at message2, you can see perfectly valid. It's using double quotes inside of single quotes. Okay, so that's all I wanted to mention. You can use them together. There's no problem in that, but you just need to make sure that whatever you open your string with, you close with. Next, we're going to talk about something that sounds a lot more fun than it is, called escape sequences.